Okay, apologies. I am back. Before we continue, can we just throw a shout out to Abby for evil mom voice because it's amazing.
Yeah, let's throw Abby a shout out. I think Willie got up too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because like at first when she first showed up and she was just kind of chill, it was like okay, it was the chill voice she's been doing the whole time, and then she got creepy. I am here for it.
I never technically got up. I've been sitting here eating because I haven't exactly been doing much.
Ah, true. Okay, I'm gonna shove this piece of cake in, and then I'll swap the screen back to the game stream. Because I went and got cake while I was up. Alright.
Also, I don't know what they expected would happen.
I didn't remember this. I guess this is why it's not canon, because he dies.
Oh, also real quick because it was kind of happened earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So Dylan. He has had his own little like training time skip.
Ooh.
So I believe I am on par with you right now.
Hell are you talking about?
Shinobi Strikers.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Your boy T
Yeah.
has hit peak annoyance.
Yeah, I completely did not remember what you were talking about. My bad.
No, dude, you are good.
Alright, we good?
Okay,
Yeah.
nah, good. Yeah, that was it.
Whenever.
Garland, no. I make my way slowly towards her. It's like wading slowly through murky water. Jurian is leaning over Garland and has his head in her lap. He's still breathing. Parfait can help him. I crouch down and see the open wound Mother has left behind. I swallow down the bile that rises to my throat along with any of my words to comfort. Oh, and she doesn't know how to do healing magic because her mom's been showing her the opposite. Magic cannot fix this. Garland, please. I get down on my knees beside Jurian. This is my fault.
Don't cry.
Garland! He smiles at her with a genuine smile that breaks my heart. Jurian shakes her head. No, Garland, you can't.
Jurian, I love.
His voice trails off as he closes his eyes, his breathing becoming more labored. He gasps one last time before his body stills completely. Of all the side characters, I gotta say he's my favorite.
He's one of my too. He's badass.
Yeah, he's
Well,
like a nice dude.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't say that.
He did.
Nah, that's a very big was.
Garland!
Nah, bitch dead.
I bite down on my tongue and bow my head as Jurian howls her loss in the silence of the blood-soaked tunnel. We spend some time with Garland in the tunnel. Jurian shakes with silent sobs as she grips his still body. But eventually, Jurian removes Garland from her lap as she stands up. She takes the sword as she presses her hands into his face one last time.
And now she picks up dual wielding.
Then she turns and walks away from Garland's body with his sword clutched tightly in one hand. She grips her sword in the other. Takes all that I have to keep up with her. Jurian, this is all my... Not now. Her voice is quiet and more disturbed for it. This is all my fault.
Buddy!
Our boy! Favorite witch boy.
Lucette! Jurian!
Waltz? What's he doing here?
Getting you the hell out.
Waltz comes running up to us, his eyebrows creased with worry.
Been waiting so long. I was about to...
He pauses, his eyes flickering to the sword in Jurian's hands.
Why do you have Garland's sword?
Waltz's face pales.
Where is he?
Gone.
What?
Garland's gone. Her hand tightens on the swords she holds. For a few moments, her shoulders slouch, but then she turns away abruptly and continues walking. Let's go. Waltz turns to me.
They said it was going to be a simple in and out, so I let them go alone. What happened in there?
What do I say?
Same thing we're probably going to be saying for the rest of this storyline. The queen happened.
Well, that's not an option, sadly, so...
I mean, she did just say it twice.
I mean, I'm thinking the same too, but maybe we don't.
Yeah, I feel like that's the answer.
Are we all leaning towards it was my fault?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was my fault.
I'm sure that's not true.
I glare at Waltz as tears well in my eyes. It was my fault. Waltz falls silent as he studies my face, and he sighs, shaking my hand.
We'll sort this out at the margin. Come on.
So it was wrong.
As soon as the marching doors close behind us, Jurian collapses. Well, we might have a little bit along. Jurian! Luckily, I'm close enough to catch one of her arms, and Waltz is fast enough to catch the other.
Move her to the chair.
Together, we manage to guide Jurian to the chair. We set her down on it as gently as we can. I watch as she unfolds on the chair. That's when I see the dark red slashes and tears in her clothing. Some of her wounds are open and visibly bleeding. She's still bleeding. Waltz pulls the cloth from his back pocket and hands it to me.
Clean what you can. I'll get Lady Parfait and Rumple.
I get this Rumple again. It's been a while.
Oh yeah. He runs
Okay,
off,
both
leaving me
buttons.
alone with Jurian. Looks like she's bleeding everywhere. I steel myself and kneel by her side. Gently I reach out and begin to wipe the worst of what I can see. Jurian moans and I flinch in sympathy. I'm sorry. I feel a lump rise in my throat. I convinced Garland to go back. If I hadn't, he wouldn't have... Jurian shifts slightly to put her hand on my cheek. Her touch is cool and gentle. Jurian? There's a softness in her gaze and an explicit, bold kindness in the touch of her hand. For a moment, Jurian slowly nods and her eyes fall closed on a sigh. Wait, is she okay? Jurian? Jurian! Waltz! She closed her eyes. She's not speaking. She's not gonna die too, is she?
Oh, hey, look at that. Not if
Buddy.
I have anything to say about it. Excuse me, princess.
I like how you came in like sassy doctor to start.
I mean, I could see Rumple just like sassily pushing the door open. Just not if I have anything to say about it.
Yeah, the good side has to have the sass, just like the Vargas sass for the other side.
That's
Pretty
true.
much. Mine's cooler, though. He has a bitchin' scarf.
He has a bitchin' scarf. I have a bitchin' coat.
Or cape. Rumple gently pushes me aside.
It's both.
And I let him, hovering over his shoulder as he crouches to inspect Jurian. Well?
Princess.
Walt steps beside me and gently places his hands on my arm. What?
Rumple needs to work his magic now.
And?
So, we're going to fuck off. Why don't we get you something to drink?
Walt is nicer than you, Willie. I'm not going to leave her.
Yes, you are. Princess, please. We should let Rumple work.
I look back over my shoulder, watching how carefully Rumple attends to Jurian. Okay.
Wow, what happened? Did she get torn apart by your mother? Oh dear.
Waltz's hand acts as
Oh,
my
no.
lifeline as he helps me into the tavern area. My legs become weaker with every step. There she is.
Oh, hail, snarky time.
Best girl.
Hi, stranger.
Laura. I only realized I'm running to her after I barrel into her. I bury my face in her shoulder as I suppress a sob. Laura's arm comes around me, holding me tight as whatever calm facade I was holding comes apart the seams.
Waltz, would you please get those mugs?
Of course. I can only imagine the look that Delora gives Waltz of like, wait, what the fuck?
Her face is probably like, I'm mama now. Delora leads me to Delora leads me to one of the benches, one of her arms
I
still
am
around
become
me.
mama.
so she can rub my back. Somehow the simple gesture is helping me calm down. Her dress is better too.
Yes,
Mhm.
true.
Lucette, are you hurt?
I mean, to be fair, she's literally already a better mom than Lucette's actual mom. She was
Yeah.
actually always there.
Yeah. Even if she
That's
had to be a
true.
doll. Even if she had to be a doll.
It's better than nothing.
I shake my head.
Thank goodness for that.
I stay in her embrace until Waltz returns to place something on the table.
How are we doing?
I pull away reluctantly to rub my eyes. I'm okay. Laura takes the mug and places it in my hand.
Good. Now drink.
I do not question and raise the mug to my mouth. Hot chocolate. Laura made this for me before.
Dang it, I thought it'd be booze.
I take a few deep swallows of the hot, sweet liquid.
Better?
Yes.
Lucette, can you tell me what happened?
Ah, there's the right answer. Okay.
Yay.
Mother.
Wow.
You had to wait a long time for that one.
Yeah, I thought for sure we got that one wrong.
I kind of forgot about it. I was too tied up in jury.
I just assumed we had failed.
I think we're gonna get the good ending. Like, this is gonna be the first time that we get on the right try. We'll still go back and play the bad ending because it's the best bad ending. Okay. Mother found us in the tunnels. Of all the other ones, it's the best bad ending. You'll get why later. Mother found us in the tunnels. Jurian told Garland to get me out. My throat threatens to close before I force the words out. Mother is so strong, and I thought Jurian might not survive. So I convinced Garland to go back, and that's when... I stared down at my mug, my hands trembling. It's my fault. It's all my fault. If I hadn't convinced Garland to go back, Mother wouldn't have killed him. The silence in the tavern is deafening.
Finish your hot chocolate, Lucette.
I obey without a word. Everyone's gonna be so angry with me. It's my fault Garland is dead. It's my fault Jurian is injured.
Have you heard about your stepfamily?
I know they're gone. Are they dead as well because of me?
Hey, don't look like that. I'll have you know that I had to use a sleeping spell on Prince Rod and Prince Emmeline earlier. They heard about what Jurian and Garland were going to do tonight. I don't think I would have been able to stop them from coming along on the rescue mission otherwise.
What?
You got them out, Princess. Varg would have killed them if you hadn't stepped in. The Queen was already waiting at the end of the tunnel on the day the Prince and Princess escaped. Alcaster must have somehow gotten wind of the escape plan, which is why he had Varg tried to eliminate them then and there. Security tightened more after that day.
Oh, thank goodness.
And we've been worrying about you ever since you left. Well, ever since you stormed out all those months ago.
Laura's smile is sad as she reaches up to push my hair out of my face.
None of this was your fault, Lucette. If anything, it was mine. Mine and Parfait's for letting this happen. We tried to help you escape, but we couldn't break the shield around the palace in fear of putting everyone inside in danger. That is why we had to wait. We never thought we'd have to worry about Hildur being revived. And though we would have liked to save you outside of the palace...
That's right. I was on the palace more than a couple times. Once with Varg and another with Mother.
We couldn't put the lives of others in danger when Hildur was right there. She would have killed the citizens.
Even if I wanted to escape the day I was with Varg, he wouldn't have let me. I grip my now empty mug.
Princess. I understand how you feel, and I know it's difficult, but frankly, we have bigger fish to fry. I think you realize now what kind of person Hildur is.
I do.
Then you know what we have to do.
I know too well. It is. We must do. In fact, I knew this was bound to happen sooner or later. I started this. I don't know if I can fix everything, and I don't know if we can save Angiel. But no matter how long it might take, I must make things right. I finally look at Delora and nod. We have to stop Mother. We're almost done! Almost. Rebellion. Because of the severity of Jurian's wounds, Rumple decided he would bring her to the nearest clinic so she could be better cared for. And Anise decided to go with him, and surprisingly, Ophelia and her children all opted to go as well. Now, the only ones left here at the tavern are me, Delora, Waltz, and Karma. They may not say it, but I'm sure they're blaming me for what is happening in Angiel right now. I need to make things right. I close my eyes as a sudden bout of dizziness comes over me. Mara has always been the person that mattered most to me. I never questioned or disobeyed her because she was so important. She was my light in days that were often so dark. But have no choice. If Mother isn't stopped, who knows how many more lives will be lost. The only way to stop Mother is to kill her, isn't it?
I'm sorry, but this really is the only way.
Yes, I know. But I do not think I could kill her myself. Laura has a knowing look in her eyes as she turns to address Waltz.
We'll leave as soon as Parfait comes back from her meeting with the fairies.
Love to know what their plan is.
If you can fully use your magic, then we may actually stand a chance.
Magic? What are you talking about? Waltz is just a street musician. What help can he be?
Don't underestimate our magician. Waltz is a witch and a lot stronger than he looks.
Waltz is a witch?
Is everybody a witch?
You know I have the Neverland curse.
Yes. I don't know the fairy tale, but what does it have to do with anything?
Everything. Your mother was the witch that cursed me.
What? But Waltz, if you're also a witch, how can you be cursed?
Your is the Teneberry Bearer, which means she has power to punish all witches if she chooses.
As to why he was cursed,
Waltz's expression darkens.
Hilda needed to be stopped. I knew I couldn't defeat her alone, so I enlisted the help of the fairies. I betrayed her, and she punished me before she died.
Waltz almost single-handedly brought about the end of the Great War. He's the reason we've been enjoying this peace for as long as we have.
I never knew.
Of course, you can only imagine how displeased Hilda was with Waltz.
Hilda stole my shadow and sealed it away in Neverland.
Your shadow?
We really need to work on your fairy tale knowledge one of these days, Princess. Peter Pan is a boy that lives in Neverland, which is a place where children never grow up. Waltz's curse means he has been frozen in a child's body since Hilda cursed him all those years ago. He can't grow up and he can't use any magic.
Well, I can still do some spells, but only simple, harmless ones. I am the master of prestidigitation.
For Waltz to get his magic back, he needs to find Tinkerbell, which is the key to Neverland. We need to unlock his shadow.
It's that box that's in her room. But all this time you never found Tinkerbell or Neverland?
I looked everywhere I can think of. I'm sure she cast a spell on it to make it more difficult to locate.
Even in the palace. Laura snorts and I suddenly feel embarrassed.
Oh, of course not. Why would Waltz look in the palace first? I mean, especially considering Hilda is the queen and has numerous secret chambers for things she wants to keep hidden.
Looking through the entirety of a palace for a small box might be difficult.
Neverland is a box that was left to me by my parents. It's made of gold, with carvings that resemble a pair of wings.
What? Waltz jumps at my sudden reaction. Yeah, she found it earlier.
Princess?
That box. I've forgotten about it, but I can vaguely remember an old box in my room that matches that description. Mother left me a trinket box and a key that matches that description. She told me never to touch the box or let anyone see it. I've had it for years.
All this time, Tinkerbell and Neverland were with you.
I never knew what was inside. I was too afraid to disobey Mother's orders.
Also, I'm surprised Delora didn't know about that.
Yeah.
You would think she would have. Oh no, she probably wasn't
No,
around. At that
Oh
point.
yeah, cause she was only a doll for a year. Cause it was on
Yeah.
her 17th birthday that
Yeah,
she got
so
her as a
yeah, she probably just never bothered to like have it.
Yeah, if she never touched it and Delora was received as a doll afterwards, she wouldn't have seen it, probably.
The thought of her giving you that box never even crossed my mind. But now thinking back on it, it makes sense.
I want to ask him what he means, but we're running out of time. We'll find out in the next episode. We'll have to ask him about it at a later time. I can get Neverland Tinkerbell for you. I can return your magic.
With Waltz back to his true form, we may have a fighting chance at this.
So what do we do first?
Go right back to the castle.
Go right.
We? There is no we in this, Susette. Only us.
But I just said I could help.
It is too dangerous. Oh, that's not me.
It's too dangerous, Princess.
But I'm the only one who knows where to find the box.
My line, Delora.
Then you will tell us where it is and we will retrieve it. It's as simple as that.
I have expected Willie to read that line. I scowl at her with my arms crossed. I refuse to stay here and be useless while everyone puts themselves at risk saving Angel. Angel is this way because I brought back Mother. I must take responsibility. And I will not let anyone else die at Mother's hands.
Lucette.
Mother is less likely to harm me.
I think Karma could.
I have a better
I think
chance.
Karma would actually do a pretty good job of getting in and out.
I don't know. I have a better chance of getting to Neverland and Tinkerbell without causing a disturbance.
How can you say that after what's already happened? You're not safe either, Lucette.
No sooner had she said the words that the terrible blast echoed through the marching. Oh no, did this bitch show up here, break the thing? Oh no, it's what? Okay. Oh wait, because he's cursed so he can enter. Dang it. I cough as smoke envelops the tavern. A silhouette emerges from us, and I feel my blood turn cold when I realize who it is. Varg. Just when I thought I was safe, Varg reappears.
Oops.
Wow, that line. This dude.
I always forget how powerful this thing can get.
Where previously there had been a wall made of stone, sturdy and strong, there's now a sizable hole. Remnants of brick and stone collapsed inward in the aftermath, the dust rising to settle around Varg's feet, where he stands casually twirling his cane.
I hope I'm not disturbing anything, but all the doors were locked.
He could have knocked.
I think that was him knocking.
He did not.
True.
It was a pretty powerful knock. Everyone should have heard it. Karma.
Karma? Laura and I turned and glanced at the wall behind us, where Waltz is looking. Karma standing there, injured.
Oh.
His forehead has a large gash, and one of his arms is limp and useless. He still manages to tightly grip the hilt of his sword with his other hand. Where did Karma come from?
I would have appreciated you destroying less property when you knocked on a tavern door.
And I would have appreciated if you'd gotten out of my way when I asked politely. So I wouldn't have to resort to explosions. It seems both of us are disappointed.
You're not.
He's taller than most people he's met with.
What do you want, Varg?
What do you want, Barg?
Don't we already know the answer to the question? Come on.
Varg turns to look at me expectantly.
I thought the stolen goods would be brought here.
What did you just call me? Karma lets out a harsh laugh.
Has no one told you that women do not like being imprisoned against their will?
Ask Rumple. Has no one told you, people, that it's not good to steal?
I am not an item to be stolen or imprisoned. I ball my hands in a fist. I cannot let Varg hurt anyone here. I have no idea if this will work, but if Fritz is frightening, then he must be able to hear my voice. Fritz! Varg growls, his eyes bright and angry as he glares at me.
You mad?
Princess?
Oh, you cut out for the whole rest of that line. You might want to try again.
God damn it. You need to give up on him, Princess.
Never. Fritz, I know you're still in there.
No matter what you say, nothing will change. Fritz is gone.
We'll find out at the end of this chapter, depending on what the title is. Adiuva!
He won't.
Frog chokes on his words and doubles over.
Ha! You are being very annoying.
Did it work? Out of the corner of my eye, I noticed Karma preparing to attack while Varg is momentarily weakened. But something does not feel right. Karma, stop!
What?
The princess away from here.
Well, that was not expected.
What's happening?
Anyone notice how he's
Everything.
taller than like everyone so far?
Yep.
That voice. Fritz! Despite the fact that Varg is standing before me, it's most certainly Fritz looking at me through those eyes.
Please. I don't know how long I can hold him here. You need to get out of here while you still can. My butthole.
What the fuck, Willie?
You need to keep the princess safe. Keep her away from the palace.
Waltz, get her out of here now.
No! I dodge Waltz's reaching hands as I attempt to run towards Fritz.
Keep her safe. Please.
Now.
No, don't hurt him! Karma runs forward, his sword raised, just as Waltz grabs my hands and pushes me out of the way. No!
He did.
Time slows as I watch Varg slowly come back to coherence. His lips curl into a snarl as he begins to bring his cane down on the floor. Laura throws her hand out, the collected light racing towards Varg. Varg stumbles back, his cane never hitting the floor. Varg growls as he glares up at Delora.
Witches are so inconvenient.
Unfortunately, Delora is not the only inconvenience in this room.
Varg raises his cane to lock Karma's next swing. Waltz grips my hand and tugs.
We have to go, princess.
I glance back at Karma and Delora. There must be something I can do. Either follow Waltz or help them.
Follow Waltz. Follow Waltz.
Follow, follow, follow.
What do you think, Abby?
I don't know.
I'm
I
thinking
think-
help them.
Nope. Follow Waltz.
But I don't know if she's just gonna get in the way.
Nope. Follow Waltz.
Let's
He
just
is
follow
absolute-
Waltz.
Ah,
Okay, we'll just go with this one then. The guys are sure.
be gone.
We got this. Don't worry.
I can barely protect myself.
See?
One of us is never wrong. The other
Perhaps-
is always wrong.
Perhaps I was just getting in their way. I do not resist as Waltz pulls me out of the margin. Even as we set foot outside the march and I turn back, I cannot leave him there. This is wrong. I can't just leave Delora and Karma there, not when I can do something. I dig my heels in the ground, bringing Waltz to an abrupt stop. We have to go back.
Princess, we can't.
Karma's hurt. We just need to get Varg's cane, then we can stop him.
We can't put you in harm's way. You need to get away from here.
I rip my hand away from his grasp as I reach out to the marching door. I can distract Varg and create an opening.
What door? No, I will distract Varg.
Well, there's still a door there. She's just not walking through the wall. Waltz does not give me any chance to protest as he throws open the marching door. But
We have to do this quick. Oh, I'm gonna fucking die. Not so fast.
Over here, you dog.
Woof.
oh, before it sends me down to the ground, the smoke in the air has me gasping for air. What just happened? Karma's once more collapsed on the floor. I see Waltz struggling toward him through the debris from the blast. Laura has dropped to one knee. Her face is pale and blood trickles from the side of her mouth. The only one still standing is Varg. How does Varg have such power?
I really hate that damn stick.
I wonder what
Varg
happens if
looks
you
at
break
me.
the stick.
Bigger explosion? Varg looks at me and raises an eyebrow.
So were you going to be a good girl and come along quietly? Or am I gonna have to convince you by killing them?
He twirls his cane, a smirk on his face.
If I use this again, I might end up destroying this building.
No more death. I cannot let that happen.
I'm not a patient man, princess.
So it has to come to this. I don't have a choice. Delora is looking at me desperately as I rise, but I ignore her piercing gaze.
Don't be stupid, Lisette.
You'll leave everyone here alone. Varg nods, amusement flickering in his eyes.
As my princess commands. Princess, don't.
So sorry. Just as I start to move towards Varg, a bright light shines out from behind me. A shield of light pushes forward and past me, shoving Varg back and through the hole he made in the wall. I'm gonna guess it's Parfait.
Whee!
I turn, barely able to believe what I see. Parfait! She came to stand in front of me. Listen closely. We don't have much time. Parfait's eyes flicker to Varg, who's shifting ever so slightly in the rubble. Even I can tell that he's only temporarily out of commission. Tomorrow is midnight. Tomorrow midnight. Meet us at the palace gates. Bring Neverland and Tinkerbell with you. But you... Do you understand? I falter as I imagine what Parfait could possibly be planning, but I have no time, and I can read nothing in her gaze. There's something else for me to do, there is nothing else for me to do, but nod in understanding. Yes, I understand. Parfait smiles at me as she caresses my cheek with a gentle hand. I have faith in you, princess. We all do. You'll be fine. Parfait grabs me by the shoulders and forcefully pushes me towards Varg.
That was just rude.
He catches me, his hands firmly gripping my shoulders as I'm careened to him. Keep her safe, Fritz. Varg flinches. He is inhaling, getting ready to speak when the air around us suddenly thins and we are swallowed by light.
Teleport.
Now
When
be
I'm
gone!
able to breathe again, I open my eyes and see that I'm back at the palace. Did Parfait transport us? I become aware that Vargas still has his hands on my shoulders and I wrench, free from his grip.
Strange that your friends would actually send you back here with me. Seems like they need you to retrieve something from the palace. I'm not letting you leave the palace again, princess.
The palace is eerily silent, as if the chaos just transpired. As if none of the chaos that just transpired ever happened. Like it was a dream. I ignore Varg and walk back through the gates as I suffocate the seething turmoil inside me. Just try and stop me. I slam my bedroom door behind me and lock it. It's only been a few hours since I was here. since Jurian and Garland. I close my eyes and will the memories away. Now is not the time. I must keep my promise to Parfait. I begin to search through my drawers. Could have sworn it's the last place I saw Neverland and Tinkerbell. There it is.
I was gonna say, like your mom just left it there. No, never mind. She did just leave it there.
I was half expecting Varg to be like, "Oh, you looking for this?" Alright. Tinkerbell.
Looking for the thing.
An elaborate gold key is exactly where I remember leaving it. I placed it carefully underneath my lamp so as to keep it hidden from sight. But where is Neverland?
Oh dear.
Maybe he has it. I nearly turned my room upside down looking for it, but never find the golden box. It should be here. Why isn't it here? My body's heavy after all that happened today, and soon find myself collapsed on my bed. We'll be fine. I have until midnight tomorrow to find it. Continue looking in the morning. Moment of truth. To which ending we got? Never mind, that was just intermission. Alright. My sleep is broken and disjointed. When dawn comes filtering through my windows, I am already half awake. I pull myself out of bed and rub my eyes. I need to find Neverland. I retrieve Tinkerbell from where I hid it and slip the key into my pocket. Then, with renewed determination, I continue my search. Why isn't it here? It's been right next to Tinkerbell. I would remember I moved it. But did I drop Neverland months ago? Didn't I? I've been meaning to get it fixed, but I always forgot. But it's not here. That means someone must have taken it. But who? Maybe Varg does show up with it. Would Mother or Mithros have taken it? Where should I look?
Oh shit.
Oh no!
I feel like the throne room's a trap, but I also feel like that's the most likely place it's gonna be.
Yeah, I vote throne room.
What do you guys think?
It's such a fucking trap, but
'Cause
yeah, throne room.
Alright.
Yeah.
Then again, we've been answering up for a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't think we got what he hit our limit yet before this, so thankfully when I get to throne room, it's empty. Where do I even begin to look? Ooh, out of the corner of my eye, I know something sparkled from the throne. Rush towards the throne, and unable to believe my dumb luck.
Oh, that's a trap.
Oh, that screams I'm a trap.
Well, like I said, it sounds like a trap, but it's like the most likely place. The box is definitely there, sitting right in front of me. I found it. Why is it just sitting here? Something feels off. You poor
fucking thing.
sheltered girl.
Oh, look.
Oh look.
If it isn't my disobedient daughter.
Oh, crap.
I reach out and snatch Neverland to hold it to my chest. Have to keep Neverland and Tinkerbell safe, no matter
Fucking
what.
I'm glad to see one of my servants is capable. Still, I wonder why Var did not report his success in retrieving you.
Varg did not tell her. Oh, it's one of his little rebellions. Doing his own thing.
I still have a word with that cur.
Mother walks toward me.
I was not amused when you left the palace, Susette, but I thought that sooner or later Faye would send you here to retrieve something. You were a very good girl for keeping that box safe as I told you to. But I see it was a mistake to leave it here while I was attending to Mithros reports.
I clutch
Really?
Neverland tighter. This does not belong to you. Laura's voice is ice when she speaks.
Oh. You hurt me so much last night. I hope you're not planning on leaving me again. I know you're hurting too, dearest one. I know you want to stay here with me.
Mother sighs,
Yeah,
and suddenly I can see the mother from
sure.
my memories. The one that held me close and sung me to sleep at night.
If Faye hadn't interfered, you would be so much happier.
Faye?
Once upon a time, she was a dear friend. We were like sisters until she betrayed me. She is in no doubt going by a different name to hide her true nature from you.
Christ.
But you now know. You know what she is pulling you from. Your birthright. You were happier when you could not remember, weren't you?
What?
Oh, my darling.
Mother reaches for me and
Oh,
I cannot
Jesus.
move as she sets a hand on my cheek.
I have only ever wanted to protect you, Lucette. I only ever wanted the best for you.
Mother gently runs a hand through my hair.
I sacrificed so much so that my daughter could be a crown princess. I did not want to erase your memories, but I knew how much it would hurt you if you knew my true nature. And I knew how sad you would be if you knew just how much your father did not love us. Either of us. And all because of his ridiculous love for that wretched harlot and her whelp. The very same commoner he married after I was gone. The woman he sought to marry from the start.
Ophelia. The king has loved Ophelia for so long?
Oh yeah, she didn't get to learn that.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
how she learns it.
Isn't that unbelievable? That he was still so loyal to her even after he had me. I should have made good on my threat and just killed her, regardless of whether Gennaro did as I demanded. But he always hated witches. This is why he's so cruel to you. Why he was so cruel to the both of us. Dearest one, we only have each other. So it was, and so it will be. I am the only one that will never hurt you. The only one you ever need to love and obey.
I don't know. Waltz is doing a pretty good job of not hurting her.
Your longing for anyone else, your memories of anyone else, they are all unnecessary. Now be a good girl and listen to Mother.
I think we should just run, but then I can refuse.
Fuck you or fuck you.
I mean, she's pretty much in like.
I feel like
I'm pretty sure she's pretty much in memory erase range no matter what you do.
I feel like refuse, it's like guaranteed memory erase, but like run, you might have a couple seconds.
Get some cover.
Yeah,
Run.
I'm leaning towards run. Abby and I are on run. What do you guys think?
To be fair, we already failed the last one.
No, we got the crystal for it.
Oh, did we?
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
I didn't
Right
see
after the mom comes up, it shows up.
it. Okay. Ah,
Because we found it right away.
I don't know.
Well, since
My-
Abby and I are sure, I think we should go run.
Go for it. I'll vote run.
Okay. I quickly bolt in the opposite direction. I need to get away from her. I don't get far. I crash into an invisible wall just before I can get to the door. Oh, I didn't even think about a shield.
Again.
Do you really think you can easily get away from me, child?
Mother's eyes glitter as light begins to collect in her palms.
There it is.
I can only bear your disobedience for so long, Lucette. It seems you require disciplining.
Mother raises her hands, the light reflecting the cruelty in her gaze that I am now too familiar with. Knowing I can't outrun her, I turn my back and hold Neverland to my chest. I must protect Neverland. The air crackles and I brace myself for whatever Mother might unleash. I feel a hand on my back and then I am pushed away. I fall to the ground hard. Let me guess, it's gonna be Varg. What was that? No, it's Delora! Hey!
You.
Well, it's finally your turn.
Abby and Abby smackdown!
Me.
Welcome to Willie's world.
Welcome to my world.
This gonna be-
Welcome to Neverland.
Did you miss me?
Delora!
How did you get in here? I had some help.
Buddy. Princess.
Fritz?
Hello.
Hold on. Someone just tried to call me, so I'm letting them know that why I couldn't pick up.
Oh.
Fritz runs towards me and holds out his hand to help me up. Fritz, I thought I'd lost you. It was only for a second, but he pulls me close to him in a hug.
I would never leave you.
Fritz's arms tighten around me briefly before he releases me. We both turn to face Mother.
You were going to hurt her. Your own daughter.
This is no concern of yours, and even if it was, what could you hope to achieve? You are so much weaker than the wolf, so much weaker than Varg.
Fritz's body stiffens.
Even now, you only cling to a shred of control. Tell me, Sir Fitzgerald, how much longer until you're completely erased? He was strong enough to resist Varg. So much so.
I hate this.
So much so. So much so that he was able to get me in here, past your guards and your barriers.
I'm just gonna put a hole in his chest too, right?
I think that makes Fritz plenty strong.
Yeah, but then she loses Varg.
I don't think she would care that much.
I mean,
do
there's...
not... Ooh, go ahead.
Oh, God. Join.
I do not recall giving the traitor permission to speak. Do not think I've forgotten how you betrayed me, Delora. I haven't forgotten anything either, Hildur. Lori was only a child.
Was she actually a mom? What? I don't remember this.
Oh, no.
Her fate was entirely your doing.
It gets worse.
No, explain why she's so caring for Lucette. If
it gets worse.
that was her daughter.
Dolores just Iroh.
You know what? You're not wrong. Who are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Laura was my daughter.
No. Damn. It's like you killed my daughter, so I'll raise yours to be a better person, basically, is what she's saying.
You took my daughter, so I'll raise yours.
Spoilers, I put a hole in her chest. If you can't tell, that's kind of a thing with me.
See, all I'm getting out of this was you took my daughter, so I'll take yours.
I never heard Dolores speak of a child. I wonder what she would have looked like. I need to, like, Google this later, see if there's fan art of her daughter.
I'd always opposed Hildur's actions. I disagreed with her creation of the fairy tale curse from the beginning. But when I voiced my opinions out loud, she targeted my daughter. She killed her in front of me.
Suddenly, everything in the room is still. The two women glare at each other, but neither of them moves.
You were not there when our kind were being hunted and slaughtered like animals in their own homes. I am the Tenenbaum bearer. I felt each of their deaths like they were my own. Retribution was necessary, but you being so holy and so good. It took little Laura's death for you to understand the anguish of our brethren, to comprehend my anguish. I would not have killed her if you were not so blind. She was only 10. And she suffered for your weakness.
God damn.
Laura holds out an arm and sweeps it across the room, lightning traveling up her arm.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fritz tugs me around one of the columns, then presses my back into the coolness of the pillar. She holds himself against me, acting as a shield.
Don't move. Oh, and to
Ground-
answer the question, there is unfortunately no fan art of Lorea.
Have you
I
looked on the Steam community? It might be there.
Oh, maybe.
There's fan art of Varg where they replace Fritz with Varg because people wanted a happy ending option for him too.
That's fair.
Yeah. Alright, the ground shakes as Delora releases her spell.
You think you can defeat me when you haven't even been training? How foolish. Please, I have no intention of defeating you. Fritz!
Cover your ears, princess.
Too confused to question him, I obey.
Yeah, I would too.
I hear the sound of lightning crackling in the air, followed by an explosion. The column comes crashing down on the other side of the room.
Time to go.
What's
Taking a page out of Varg's book much.
She was like, huh, this guy has some good ideas. I'm gonna borrow that.
I like his... I really hate that stick. You know, I kind of like that stick.
If he wasn't a bad guy, I feel like he and Delora would get along because of the sass.
Oh, yes, I would.
Fritz's hands tighten around mine. We run to the throne room with Delora's mother's screech sounds right through the room behind us.
I believe that.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm alright. I'm just so glad you're here.
See, what did I tell you?
What are you talking about?
Your knight here was scared that you wouldn't want to see him anymore after what happened yesterday.
Fritz's fingers tighten over my own.
If only I was strong enough to fight Varg, I could have...
It wasn't your fault, Fritz.
But...
Just to talk? Okay.
What matters is that you're here now. Fritz looks at me and smiles. How did you know where I would be?
Intuition.
And magic.
Well, yes, and magic.
But intuition sounds funnier.
Do you have Tinkerbell?
I hold Neverland in one hand as I reach with my other to search for the key in my pocket. Thankfully, my fingers still brush the cold metal. It's in my pocket.
Good. Very good.
Are you sure you should say that in front of Fritz when Varg could take over any second and snatch it?
Whatever happens, you must get Neverland and Tinkerbell to the Marchen, okay?
I nod my head.
That's a good girl.
Parfait said to be here at midnight. What time is it?
We're too early.
Sometimes Parfait is early too. Looks like tonight is not one of those nights, though.
How are they still hiding?
It looks like my coming early was both a good thing and a setback.
It's because Mithras is too busy crying about having his arm get slashed by Jurian to show up.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh no!
I was gonna say, how are you guys getting this far without, little Miss Screeching Unholy Death not following you?
She is using the name Parfait? How sweet.
That pun. Fritz steps in front of me as Mother reappears in front of us.
Wall teleports.
Stay behind me.
Fritz!
I would never forgive myself if you got hurt. Please, stay behind me.
You know she can reach through you, right?
Fritz smiles gently at me and my chest aches at the sight. I still think she sees Varg as too much of a good token.
Yes, but
to
at that
risk it.
point, she has to go through him to do that.
Yeah, and he'd probably find a way to just let himself be the target. Anyways.
Everything will be alright. I promise. I promise I'll protect you. And gonna die like a little bitch.
I know you will. I still wish he was the kid in line, even though that means Garland has to die.
Fritz, Lucette must make it out at all costs.
I don't like the sound of that.
And you must understand why I cannot let you take my daughter from me.
On the inside, she's like, bitch, you did it to me.
Took mine, I
Oh,
might as
there
well
we go.
raise you.
Oh,
Oh, hey!
Oh, you took mine.
Laura's hand begins to glow.
Perhaps this time Lucette shall watch as you die, Delora.
No!
Well, you can try and kill me, but your chances are slim.
Such big dick.
I've had a very good night with me, and I think he likes me more than he likes you. That can be remedied.
Laura flicks her wrist. Delora holds out her own hand as if to prepare for impact of a spell, but the magic never comes. Laura's not aiming for Delora. With a grasp, Fritz drops his swords and falls to his knees. Oh, she's probably did something to mess with his consciousness. Fritz!
Yeah.
Like, all she would need really is like a sleep spell, that's it.
Yeah.
Come along, Varg.
I won't let you.
Then I realized that Mother is calling for Varg. Her hand twists in the air, manipulating Fritz's body to copy its movements. His body writhes and turns as he struggles to remain himself.
Now.
No, Fritz!
Princess? I'm sorry, but I can't.
Fritz looks at me one last time before the familiar darkness envelops his body. Please tell me he rebels in some way. Please be a smartass.
I'm not gonna lie, I am loving this ending.
It's not even
Never.
the ending yet. It's only chapter
Yeah,
9.
this storyline is like
It's my favorite.
It's super dark, and I am so here for it.
Now, Varg, be a good dog and get Lisette back to her room.
Yeah, it's my favorite, because good or bad ending, they're both really good endings. Like, I mean, like, it's not like as sudden when you get his bad ending, there's like a little more to it, but like, oh my god, it's heart-wrenching. When Varg appears, he's standing absolutely still, his eyes surveying everything calmly. There's an intensity in them, but it's sharp and contained. I feel like, please rebel. I don't remember if he does, but I flinch back from Varg's bright eyes. No.
Varg.
He's hesitating. It's something. Oh.
You were going to hurt her.
Pardon?
I don't intend on obeying someone who would hurt the princess.
Oh shit.
Ah, there he is. Because every storyline so far, when he has a chance, he does help Lucette. Mother hisses in annoyance.
I think it's less of him seeing the chance and more the payoff to the setup that he had earlier.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know,
When he said that some of Fritz's emotions are starting to bleed together into his.
I wonder if it
Yeah.
does in the other lines, too. Because, like, there's a point where she's, like, tied up in the throne room or something, and he literally frees her. Or helps her, like, free the king, and then he just disappears before anyone can ask where he went. It's the only one
Yeah.
I can remember that, but there's a bunch of like spots where he does help her out in the other storylines around chapter 9.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I do not know how you inspire such loyalty, Lucette, but it is very inconvenient.
That sounds like a you problem.
Mother flicks her wrist and a responding light flares out from behind her. There he is.
Oh no.
Oh, good, the bitch is back.
My queen.
He's done licking his wounds finally.
Great. Reinforcements.
God, this is such a mess.
Is that... Oh, yay.
I order you to restrain your pet, Mithros.
I wonder how long her hair goes. Like, you can still kind of see it right here.
Probably past her, like, waist, legs.
It's definitely past her butt. I think it's right there. I can, like, kind of see it through the thing here. It's probably too small for you guys.
I know.
Oh, you're looking? Alright.
I am looking up a full body picture of her. At once, my queen.
Go ahead, motherfucker. Try to restrain me.
Mithros extends his hands towards Varg, and the minute he does, Varg's body stiffens and he grits his teeth. Oh, is Fritz fighting back? Oh, nope, never mind.
I make sure to have it control over any of my creations.
This is not going as planned.
No, you fucking think?
There's cake in my mouth. Hold on. It's doing tight.
No, that was me laughing, because that
Oh.
might be one of my new favorite lines. You had a plan?
You had a plan?
I'm not sure which one I was laughing at, that line or the
Cut her
cake in
some
my-
slack, Lucette.
Yeah, my darling.
My hands shake. Neverland nearly tumbles. for my hands as I struggle not to collapse.
Since you have become so tainted by the thoughts of these people that by the thoughts these people have put in your head, I shall have to start all over again.
Oh no.
But don't be afraid. Cleansing your memories will not hurt.
Oh no.
Well, I don't believe that.
And when you wake, you will be my daughter again, my dearest one.
I was gonna hope Varg jumps in and takes the hit, but like he's constrained right now. Mother reaches out her hand towards me. Every fiber of my being screams at me to move, but my feet are heavy. I'm so shaking so hard I cannot stand straight. Oh come on, Delora, stun on her with a spell. I don't want to forget anything or anyone anymore. Talk about timing. Behind me, the clock tower begins to chime. The fairies?
Wow, I heard of like her knees.
The fairies?
Not on my watch.
Oh, thank goodness, Delora.
Ah, the best spell, counterspell.
Delora quickly runs in front of me and casts a protective shield.
Oh,
Delora,
lame.
you can't.
I will not let her erase any of your memories, Lucette.
I brace myself for impact, and I feel the ground shudder as Mother's spell comes in contact with Delora's shield. A loud crack emanates from Delora's shield as it begins to crack.
An offensive spell? You're going to kill your own
Laura's words fade when she sees another spell coming towards us. I hear a low laugh rise from Mother's throat.
Goodbye, Delora.
Oh no.
Lucette, run!
Delora! I cough as clouds of smoke slowly fade away from the impact. My whole body feels as hollow as ice as I gaze at the sight before me. Oh no. Delora's body lies on the floor in front of me, unmoving. This is probably not the canon line, because this one is like, so many people die. I collapse to the ground. I vision blurry as I stare numbly at Delora's limp figure. No, this cannot be. I reach out to touch her, a sharp inhale when I feel how cold and clammy her skin is. No! Delora!
Always conjure another shield after being hit by a powerful spell. Have you forgotten your lessons, traitor?
Someone else said that line to her a long
Yeah, they
time
totally
back.
do cover that in another line.
I hope she pulls the same trick, but then again, this is a more powerful witch this time.
Now she can finally reunite with her daughter.
Neverland tumbles from my grasp as I grab Delora's arm to shake her. No! Delora, please! She's still breathing. She can be saved. She cannot die like this. Bright light appears before me, and suddenly, Parfait is standing right in front of me.
Hey.
Hilder, what have you done?
Faye, it's been a while.
Parfait addresses me without looking back. Princess, do you have Neverland? Yes. I reach blindly for Neverland with one hand as I keep the other on Delora's arm. A warm hand settles on my shoulders. A touch is comforting and familiar. Have faith, Princess.
I will not allow you to leave, Fairy. God, this is such a freaking, like, this is... Oh, yeah, right.
It's such a rich storyline for the, like...
This
well,
is chaos.
This is probably why the first two are locked, because they're so, like, much more rich compared to the other three. Mithros casts magic, but Parfait easily deflects it. She moves to cast a spell in retaliation, but doubles over as soon as the spell flares out around her.
You are fading, Faye. The Lucius itself is fading with you.
My eyes lock with Farg's, and for a moment I can see Fritz through him. I see his lips move, but whatever words he speaks to me are mute. He shakes his head. Light begins to engulf me, and I see nothing apart from Delora's pale face in my lap. I do not move, even when the marching walls come into existence around me. The place is devoid of its usual warmth. Delora! She's not responding. I fight down the rising grief and try to remain calm as I turn to Parfait. Please, save her. Save her! Parfait glances down at Delora, eyes glassy. It's as if she's hiding emotions behind a frigid mask. I I feel her mask is a reflection of my own. Any moment now, I'll fall away and I'll be able to see her tears. Princess. The spell Hilda used was a powerful one. There's nothing I can do. The air in the merchant seems to leave all at once. No, it's not true. You have to.
Lucette.
Oh.
Laura? She does not move. Her eyes are still closed as she speaks.
Lucette. I'm sorry, but I can't stay.
Guys, I'm legit gonna cry. My eyes are tearing up right now. No, don't say that.
I've been lucky. Hilda took my Laura, but I got you in return.
Suck it, bitch.
I like to think that my daughter would have grown up to be someone like you.
Laura?
I believe in you, Lucette. I have always believed in you.
You can't leave me, Delora. I won't leave you. Though Delora's body does not move, I can feel the energy of her body slip through my fingers like sand. Her body slowly begins to fade away until only specks of glittering gold dust remain. A terrible, prickling cold seeps into my heart and chest. The frigidness envelops my body whole. I cannot breathe. It's only when a teary-eyed parfait pulls me to a hug that I realize my throat is raw, as I have been screaming in grief. Finally getting to chapter 10. Nope, not yet. This